Well, we are live. Good morning, good morning. It's Wednesday and it's not just any Wednesday. It's Women's Day, right? So today we're honoring the women that you are, and I want to honor, and I have so many ideas that I have in my mind. I hope I can get myself clear in all the messages that I want to share with you today. So I want to first celebrate you because you're a woman, because you bring forth to life, right? You're a woman, born from a woman, and brewing a woman and nurturing other women. So we have to honor ourselves, empower ourselves, take care of ourselves, because together we can do much better. So today we're going to be talking about forgiveness. And I feel it's a really, really, really important topic because there's a lot to forgive, and it's a very, very hard thing to do. But when we learn about forgiveness, when we learn to forgive and who is to forgive, we become a little bit more free. Who wants to be and feel more freedom in their life? Comment in the comments below if you want to have more freedom in your life. And freedom does not mean to be liberated from everything. It's just to feel that peace, to feel that freedom, to feel more in love with life. That just gives you that freedom to be who you are meant to be, right? So let me know in the comments if you're joining me live, do live, hashtag live. If you're joining me on a replay, do hashtag replay. I always like to know who is here, and I would love your participation. At any point you feel like there's an aha, a phrase, something that connects to you, feel free to put it in the comments. That way also it will help others learn from what you're learning. So we all learn from each other. So freedom, forgiveness is freedom. And let me ask you something. So who or what do you need to forgive? Do you know? You know that forgiveness is a part of our healing. And if we are suffering from any kind of pain in the body, pain in the heart, pain in the soul, the only way to get through that pain is through forgiveness, okay? And when we are filled with emotions that have not been liberated, then we are just having more pain, more heaviness, more stuckness. So we need to learn how to start forgiving, and little by little, taking little bits out at a time, and just kind of depositing those forgiveness to who they belong. Yes, to whom they belong. So a lot of times we are carrying a ton of rocks in our life. We're carrying, and not only from us, from past generations. And I have mentioned this in the past in other talks. So we are carrying so many things, troubles, pain, things that have not been resolved from past generations. So if you're having a lot of pain, if you're having lack of wanting to be here on this earth, and this planet, is because there's a lot of forgiveness that needs to be happening. So the pain that you're feeling, many times, I was checking on a Facebook post yesterday, and I'm going to connect with her today. She says that this lady has been feeling like having even dislocated her ribs and her hips and a lot of different parts in their body, and she's in a lot of pain. She has gone through a ton of doctors, and nobody can tell her what is going wrong with her. And I commented on that post, and I said, maybe there's really nothing really wrong with you. There's nothing to fix. There is just a ton of emotions inside that the body is in pain, and since we're not paying attention and we're not healing that pain, is going to get louder and louder and louder until we take care of it. So at that point, it's even dislocating her ribs. Can you imagine how painful that is? But I think, and from what I've studied for the past 10, 15 years, is that the body is a container, and we're just putting in things that sometimes they do not even belong to us, and it's like we're treating it as a trash can. All of a sudden, it's going to be painful, it's going to want to explode, but we're not having the outings of anything. And our outings are expressing of how we're feeling, so that we can understand, why are we feeling this way? Why are we feeling in pain? Why are we feeling so heavy? Why are we feeling so angry? All the moods. Where are we feeling so tired? Why are we feeling so anxious? Why are we feeling so depressed? Well, because we are inside a container, we have not been able to express anything, and we don't even know where to start, right? So when we're dealing with this, and then on top, we deal with circumstances in our life, like our families, our jobs, the crisis in the world, the environmental things. So on top of what we're already dealing inside of mind and our body, we're also dealing with a lot of circumstances outside. So all of a sudden, like, how do I contain all this? So we have to learn how to trust ourselves and learn how to become our own guidance system. So when you start recognizing emotions and feelings and things in your body, you have to start recognizing those and accepting those, so that you can know, it's like, this is like your GPS. Something is happening. It's not that it's wrong. It's just an alert. It's just pay attention, right? So be in acceptance. Whenever we're going to be talking about the 4 steps of forgiveness. So the first one is to be in acceptance of what is happening. Is just a way for when you're feeling discomfort, is just a way of your body to notice it, like, hey, something needs attention. I need your attention. Please forget about everybody else right now. I need your attention. So it's acceptance of something that has gone wrong, that maybe it's our fault, maybe it's others, but it's usually our responsibility. So we have to take 100% responsibility of what is going on, because we are the only ones who can change it. We cannot change the world. We cannot change others. We cannot change our kids. We cannot change our spouses. We can only change ourselves. So taking responsibility and accepting that something is wrong, and somehow there was a mistake. There was a mistake that happened, right? We are not perfect. We're just humans living an imperfect life, trying to make it better and better every day. So one of the things that I like to share with my clients is also like, okay, there's a mistake, there's something, how do I accept it? But you need to look for something that, when you're going through this process, to trust the process, and that one thing would lead you to another, and to feel a kind of satisfaction and uplifting of the energy. When you start accepting it, it's like, oh, I can breathe, I can rest, I feel okay, I can accept what is going on, and there was a mistake somehow. So forgiveness, when I asked you at the beginning, who or what do we need to forgive? Many times things happen to us, and it has been something that is very traumatic, especially at a younger age, because that's when everything happens. And we need to forgive the behavior of the person who made the fault. So whoever that is, maybe it's a parent, maybe it's a teacher, maybe it's a sibling, whoever made a mistake, right? It was probably not their fault in the moment. They did what they could in the best of their abilities in that moment. So we need to forgive what happened, and the way they did it. They had a good intention for that. And we talk deep into this in my coaching sessions. But just to give you a little snippet, is like we need to forgive whatever they did, because they did the best with their best intention at the moment. So we're not perfect and we're all human. So something happened. So when you forgive them, you forgive yourself, or you forgive yourself for having the thoughts of the thing that happened. Is this making sense? I hope it is. I hope it is. So acceptance is number 1. Number 2 is to learn from the mistake, or learn from that discomfort, learn from forgiveness, even the lifting up of that forgiveness. So whatever happened in your lifespan, it can be like just yesterday or today, even a thought of the actions that we're taking. Maybe you're starting to look for better options to eat better and to lose your weight, right? And then you go for the donut one day. That is an action that is probably not in alignment to what you want, but you still went for it. So forgive yourself for taking that action. Even for having that thought is like, oh, now you're judging yourself, because it's like, I'm a bad girl. I feel so bad. I'm so sick of myself. I am so fat, right? And just that thought is making you feel bad. So instead, you can just say, okay, there I go again. I'm making this decision right now. And instead of judging it, say, I'm curious. What is leading me to take that action right now? What is leading me to have that thought about myself right now? So this way you start becoming aware of your actions and what you're doing, so that you can break it down, and then you retract, and then you can reframe and just notice the thoughts and notice the things that you're doing. So it can be a heavy thing to forgive something very, very traumatic and big, or it can be also the little tiny actions that we're taking every day that can help us learn. So I said number 2 is learn from your mistakes. So even having that negative thought, having that action that you're judging yourself, so just learn and just become curious. It's like, why am I doing this? What am I trying to fulfill with taking this action? And just take another action. So number 3 is be willing to take another action, to take risks, to take a new action that will restore and overlap the mistake, right? And it will kind of heal it. So it's important to take an action over the action. And it's a lot of breaking it down, but it is important to take care of that. And number 4 is visualize the future of yourself, free of guilt, free of regret, and with more and free of self-condemnation. So it is important to visualize. Once you have accepted, once you have learned from a mistake, then you start taking a different action and take a little risk of taking a different type of action, and learn again from it. And then you visualize yourself as guilt-free, judge-free. So what is a key for going through all these 4 steps of, I like to say, the antidote to pain is love. Love is most important, and love is what heals everything. But if we don't even know how to love ourselves, it is hard, right? So allow love to come from outside, from other resources, from other people, even from your pets. Pets are very lovable, and pets give unconditional love. So I remember my son, he was very emotional when he was growing up, and he needed a pet. The pet was something that really, really helped him. So having a pet or something like you like to touch, use your senses to bring more love to yourself and to connect to yourself. Because we cannot love, as women, we cannot love others more than we love ourselves. We have to reconnect with ourselves. I feel a lot of times we're so disconnected that we're not even forgiving ourselves for taking the action or not actions that we're doing. So our thoughts, we have to learn to forgive even our thoughts. And I want to share with you a technique that I learned through a coaching program. It's called the Ho'oponopono technique, and it's a Hawaiian technique. It's someone in Hawaii who used to work in a psychiatry institution, but he decided that he was not going to be present in that institution. He was going to heal the people just from their chart, from how he saw in the chart, because this was like a crazy institution, and the nurses could not even take care of the patients because it was so crazy. So he decided he was going to use this technique. And this technique is a 4-phrase technique. It's like a mantra, like a little meditation, a mantra that helps everybody forgive. So that he was able to heal people through energy, through just healing in himself. It's fascinating. So I want to share this with you because I think it can be very, very simple, and you can improve the quality of your life just by taking care of this. So these are the 4 beautiful phrases that you can tell for yourself, or you can help others heal as well. So you can show it to your children. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? Ho'oponopono. So these are 4 phrases. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And I love you. And I'm going to repeat that. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And I love you. Very, very simple. So whenever you're dealing with any situation that is very uncomfortable for you, whether it's something that you're not happy about yourself, or something that somebody else did for you, it does not matter anymore what happened. What matters is what comes forward. What is your future? So we cannot ramble in what happened and judging and taking blame, right? That happened already. Good or bad, it already happened. So let it go. Take a deep breath, let it go, and then just do this. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. It's a beautiful prayer that you can do it for yourself, and it is going to help you the most when you need it the most, right? If somebody can write it down on the comments, that would be great, because also it will help somebody else. And I want to finish today with a few phrases, because it's Women's Day. A few phrases that really resonated with me this morning that I was writing. So I have them written here. So no matter if it takes a while, you can handle every responsibility with a smile. Always smile. Even in the hardest moments, smile and you will feel better. And also when you share a smile, the other person feels better. So that is very, very important. Another one is the willingness to listen, the patience to understand. That is for you. The patience to understand, the strength to support, the heart to take care, and just to be there. That is the beauty of a lady. And you are all that. So I want you to know that you're all that. No woman should be told she cannot make a decision on her body. When women's rights are under attack, we fight back. And that is from Kamala Harris. So always, always be yourself, be unique, try to be ambitious, and fight for what is right for you. It does not have to be right for others. That is how we start forgiving ourselves for the thoughts and becoming free of this stuckness, of this armor that we have around us, because we're protecting ourselves from so much that we're not knowing what to do. But when you start breaking down that armor and you start bringing out yourself, there's some sense of freedom. And we need to forgive ourselves for putting ourselves first in that big container that we have even sealed. It's like, I don't want anybody to know about this. I don't want anybody to think that I am a bad person. Whatever it goes in your mind, because our mind and we create a ton of stories, right? So what are you taking away? I just want to summarize the 4 steps and the 4 phrases. 4 steps to forgiveness is acceptance, learn, take risk, and visualize the future in a better way. And the 4 phrases for Ho'oponopono are: I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And with that, I want to say I love you as well. Please be able to share this message wherever you received it. If you receive it by email, if you receive it by here, you can invite other people here too. If you receive it by YouTube, you can also share it. The more we share acts of kindness and share with others what we're learning, if this resonates with you, then the better the world will be. So with that, I leave you today, and I hope this was helpful for you today. Talk to you soon, and as always, shine a light in you so that you can shine a light in others. Take care. Bye-bye.